Hello, sir. Kusam, sir. Kamalan?
Sir, tell me, sir.
Sir, there? Not. Kusam, sir.
Okay.
Yes, connected.
Connected.
Hello, sir.
Yes, ready.
Yes, sir. Can I start?
What is the time? 27.
27. Oh, 3 minutes I can wait. No problem, sir.
You wait for another 2 minutes.
Okay, sure, sir.
Go slowly, don't worry.
Okay, sir.
Be patient. Then
Okay,
after
sir.
my talk, you go privately and call Pandit Kumar
Okay, sir.
and try to find out what is the issue. Then you tell to Kamal privately. No problem. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Be go slowly, steady, be positive. Don't be in urge.
Okay, sir.
You talk to him privately. No problem.
Okay, thank you.
Once your introduction is over, Kamala will take care.
Okay, sir. Okay. Kamalan?
Sir.
The audio is connected, everybody, eh?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, we have 2 minutes still. I think 10:28. Okay. You can also speak, yeah. Meanwhile, if I stop anything, no problem.
Okay. The live streaming is going.
YouTube. Okay, it's good. Very nice.
Okay.
Please share the link in the chat box, sir.
Already shared, sir. In our channel.
Okay.
Second link.
Okay, sure. Sometime also you can just a reminder and share it, and please don't forget to share about the feedback form also. Sometime if I forget, you can share it.
Okay.
So this maximum 3,000 participant can allow
300.
Sorry, 300. Okay. Shall we start?
Yes, you can start, sir.
Hello, sir.
Yes, ready.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Good morning, everybody. This is Dr. G. Murudas from Satyabama Institute of Science and Technology. It is a great pleasure for me to welcome you all to International Virtual Seminar on Emerging Technology in Energy Conversion and Storage. First of all, I would like to express my sincere thanks to the Satyabama Institute of Science and Technology for supporting to organize the International Virtual Seminar. I am certain that this seminar will be a memorable one because all invited speakers in the international seminar have excellent knowledge in the field of energy conversion and storage. This is a 2 days international virtual seminar started from today and continue to tomorrow also. In the first day, 3 speakers will be delivered their excellent talk. At first, Dr. Kupasamy sir, senior scientist from Satyabama Institute of Science and Technology, will be delivered the importance of the emerging technology in energy conversion and storage in present and future. Secondly, Dr. A. Pandikumar, scientist from CSR Sigiri, Karakudi, he will start his talk at 11:15 a.m. and the Pandikumar will give his lecture on photofunctional material on dye-center solar cells and photoelectrochemical water splitting. The third and last speaker of today, Dr. Hemraj M. Yadav, Assistant Professor, Tongkung University, Seoul, South Korea. Dr. Hemraj will give his lecture at 2 p.m. on engineering of nanostructure for photochemical water splitting and supercapacitor applications. Participants are requested to participate all the lecture in the series. Question and answer session will be at the end of the talk, and you may ask your question in the chat box, and the speaker will give answer your question. Today we will share the feedback form in the chat box during the question answer session. You have to fill it separately for each speaker and send it to us. This we will use it as an attendance. Attend all the webinar in the series to ensure your certificate of participant. On behalf of our Satyabama Institute of Science and Technology, organizer and speakers. I wish you a very successful webinar. Enjoy. Okay. Now I would like to introduce our first speaker of today, Dr. P. Kupuswamy. Dr. P. Kupuswamy working as a senior scientist at the Center for Nanoscience and Technology, Satyavama Institute of Science and Technology, Chennai. Dr. P. Kupuswamy started his career as a lecturer in the physics at Sacred Heart College, Tirupattur in the year of 1977. And in the same year, he joined to Indira Gandhi Center for Atomic Research, that means IGCAR, Kalpakkam, as a material scientist. His research area are X-ray diffraction, surface engineering, thin film, physical, metallurgical, etc. He is also professor of Homi Bhabha National Institute and life member of Indian Institute of Metals. He received DAT and JSPS fellowship and visited more than 12 countries as part of his collaborative research. He joined to Satyavama during the year of January 2013 and working in the field of PVD-based coating technology. He has published more than 200 publications in the peer-reviewed journals, 7 Indian patent and 2 books and 3 chapters in his credit. He has received funds from various government agents and completed 6 projects and 4 projects are currently going. With this small introduction, now I would like to request Dr. P. Kupuswamy sir to start his lecture to the participant.
Okay.
Hello, sir.
Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Murugadas, for the brief introduction about me, about my career, the journey which I went through the last 40 years in the field of science and technology. I am very proud to be here today to share some of my experience in the emerging technologies in energy conversion and storage. I'm not going to cover, I'm going to speak very short time, about 30 to 40 minutes, mainly to give some kind of a prelude and a kind of an introduction so that people are aware what is going on in India, what is going on elsewhere, what is needed, what is important, why we go for new energies, renewable energies, as well as on energy storage and conversion, mostly covering the electrochemical energy conversion technologies. Because there are 3 well-known speakers in this area, there are certain areas which is not covered by those people. Therefore, I thought it is also very important to introduce where we stand, where India is doing, what we do at Satyabama, what is being done elsewhere in the world is also very important for the public domain to understand. Therefore, I take this opportunity to thank the organizers, especially the Vice Chancellor and the organizer Murugadas and other people to permitted me to give this talk in this important international webinar or international virtual seminar on recent trends in energy conversion and storage. So I'm very happy to share my ideas. Please listen to me for next 30 minutes very politely. You can, this is really like a very introductory talk, but will cover wide range of ideas. That is my total motivation. What I'm going to try is today, what do you mean by sustainable energy in India, what we are doing here, why we should focus on energy sector, and there are new areas, both in renewable as well as in electrochemical energy systems. Therefore, I will touch upon something very few topics like the solar cells, solid oxide fuel cells, supercapacitors, batteries, hydrogen production. Then I summarize why we should go for hybrid technology. So that is the kind of my talk which I will try. In all these electrochemical energy activities, I'm not going to talk in details because already we have 3 speakers will dwell upon in detail about those areas, but I will go into the technology, what we should do, where we lag. Those things I touch upon during the course of my talk. This is the first slide, very important slide to understand exactly how today energy plays an important role. You all know, once upon a time, the education of the human beings are being valued as the human development index. Then they thought that how many girls are studying in a given place is another human development index. But today, worldwide is totally agreed that people are following energy as an index. This itself shows that energy plays an important role in the human development. We just look at the figure which I shown on the left hand side. I've shown the GDP, gross domestic product, primary energy consumption, and carbon dioxide emission values in the world. I've taken 1990 years as the baseline as 100 points. Then the plot has been plotted as a function of year and as a function of the GDP, carbon dioxide, and the primary energy. You see that as we proceed with the primary energy like the fossil fuel, carbon dioxide emission keeps on increasing. This is obvious. So this is where we have to take some action, curing action to save the mankind. We have to do something about it. Then comes you have the primary energy going up. You see the GDP. Wherever which country shows the highest GDP, always shows the generation of energy is much higher. So that means if you are able to produce more energy, that means your GDP level is very high for a given country. People today during this corona period, they are all talking about they are not able to cope with the highest GDP. It is going down. For India, they say it goes in the negative direction. Therefore, one has to be very careful because energy consumption has come down, industry has been closed, therefore, a lot of problems. Therefore, this is one issue. Second issue, what you see here, carbon dioxide. The more you produce energy, the more you produce carbon dioxide. Because the energy production, what we follow so far is all fossil fuels. Okay, containing coal, oil, and kind of things. We burn, we produce carbon dioxide, petroleum gases, gasoline, all produces all toxic gases, which produces large amount of greenhouse gas. Therefore, one has to be very careful to take care of those issues. Therefore, the plot which shows that energy and GDP are interrelated. Just look at the next slide. Yeah, once you know the GDP, you know that in world today, the GDP is very highest. Countries like US. Yes, countries like US.
Sir, little bit louder, sir.
Yes. Now it's okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah, you just look at the countries like Sweden, Australia, US, Japan. If you mark them as they've achieved the highest human development index in terms of energy per capita, they show the highest energy per capita. Where we stand today, you slowly go down towards Argentina, Brazil, China. Even this plot was little 2012. Today they mark China has already moved up, and we are very close to countries like Pakistan, Kenya, like that. This is the kind of human index what we have today. Therefore, one has to make new efforts to produce energy. Let me look at the primary energy mix in India and the sector-wise energy consumption. Oh, this is very important. We produce large amount of energy. No, we produce less amount of energy. This energy is being shared by thermal. Mostly 60% will produce energy through thermal energy. Then we have the residual. Then we have renewable energy sources. Then we have nuclear power sources. Then we have hydro power, renewable energy sources. And if you look at it, total energy which is being now produced today, all mostly comes 65 to 70% comes only from thermal energy. Okay, how it is all being used in India? If just look at the slide on the schematic on the right hand side, you will see that most of the energy is being consumed, nearly 50% being consumed by industry today. And the residential portion is just 13%. And today in this corona period, what happens to this? Nearly all the industries were closed. Where the energy goes, energy cannot be stored for a long time. It's a serious issue. And there is a large amount of low shutdown. Fortunately, we have no shutdown in the houses because energy is surplus. It is available. But it cannot be used because of the corona period. The agriculture could not be operated. Transport could not be used. And industry is totally down. Therefore, we are not knowing how to store the energy. This is another issue. Therefore, one has to balance the energy conversion, the energy production, and the energy storage. This is where this conference assumes a great amount of importance. And look at the pathetic situation in India. India today in energy sector, as I told you, the Human Development Index, which I showed, the percentage of unelectrified houses, if you look at it, they're plotted. This is what I showed was like in India. This is a picture which shows about the states where the percentage of unelectrified households. You see the Bihar is the most worst affected. Next comes Uttar Pradesh. You have Orissa, Jharkhand, West Bengal, Kerala, Punjab, Gujarat, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, they're all fairly doing very well. Okay. And still, nearly 80% of our rural India depend upon traditional fuels for cooking. And still, most of the schools, children, they read their books under kerosene lamps. This is the situation. Therefore, this is a very, very important issue. Unless you produce more energy in the energy sector, it is very difficult to reach the highest GDP in India. This is a message which I would like to tell you in this slide. Therefore, when I was talking about the thermal energy production, I said already. Therefore, there is a panel. It's called United Nations Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, which recommended that the world needs a major shift in the investments from fossil fuels to renewable energy in order to curb the greenhouse gas emissions. This is very, very, again, very important because one has to be very, very cautious to curb the greenhouse gas emissions in order to save our environment, to protect our climate. Okay. Therefore, people are now thinking doubly to go for renewable energies and new methods of energy production and storage systems. And I just want to give you a famous quote by Jeremy Rifkin. He's an economist and activist. Once he told in New Delhi in January 2012, please note down, India is the Saudi Arabia of renewable energy sources. Because you all know, Saudi produces large amount of oil reserves. Entire India and the rest of the Asian countries, they all thrive on oil resources. But he said, India is the Saudi Arabia of renewable energy sources if properly utilized. India can realize its place in the world as a great power. Okay, virtually he says that we should move towards renewable energy. That is the only solution to see that India becomes the strongest superpower in the world. Yes, it is possible provided you have a political will. Okay, this is a very, very important quote. All Indians should remember that we should work forward. Okay, let me slowly go into the topic a little bit. We now talked about renewable energies. Exactly what you mean by renewable energy? It is a sustainable energy form in the form which is all obtained through non-exhaustible resources. And these resources you all know: wind power, solar power, hydropower, bioenergy. They are all available in plenty. Wind power is all the time flowing? No. Solar power depends on the season. Bioenergy, one has to work on it. Hydropower, of course, available. We have almost utilized. We have put dams across the countries at many places. But all the things are very, very important in order to sustain our social status. We have to protect all these technologies are intended to keep our environment free from all the unwanted toxic gases, but in order to improve our economy. Therefore, these are the important pillars to sustain this sustainability through renewable energy sources. But all these renewable energies are dependent. Yes, they are dependent to some extent. They have their own drawbacks. They have their own drawbacks. At the same time, lot amount of organizations are coming over there. I just don't want to go into all kinds of energy because this meeting is highly focused. I will just try to cover some related areas and talk to the next level. Now comes the electrochemical energy system. Now I just spoke something, I introduced, there are systems called renewable energies. Then we have a system called electrochemical energy system. We should go for, already you are familiar with energy from fossil fuels like oil, coal, like that, right? You have renewable energies also. Now we are going to discuss the point on the energy system, the energy which is being produced through electrochemical methods. Therefore, what we essentially are looking for is an hybrid energy system. That means we should take care of the positivities of the fossil fuels, the positive points of the renewable energy, at the same time introduce electrochemical energy storage systems, production, and kind of thing. Why today this energy production through electrochemical systems seems important? These are the points. Energy sustainability is important. Energy conversion is important. Not only conversion, storage is important. Pollution control, monitoring is important. Greenhouse gas reduction, it takes care. And fortunately, compared to renewable energies and fossil fuels, this shows, some of the systems show high efficiency. They are modular in construction. That means one can be installed any place in a small rooftop or on a small location, on for an apartment, like that. So it's modular in construction, produce low chemical and noise pollution. These are the certain advantages which are all inherent with the electrochemical energy system. And therefore, what we set in at the Satyavarma Institute of Science and Technology, we also do focus certain areas which already I spoke these areas in detail, but I don't want to go into these details again. But I just want to give you only one slide where we do some research on solar cells, on fuel cells, and something related to energy storage systems like supercapacitors and batteries. We also do some service and supportive work for nuclear energy departments. And if you look at the renewable energy sources, as I just want to point out, because in terms of the new systems, photovoltaic cells are very, very important. And Government of India is giving large amount of importance in installing photovoltaic cells throughout the country. What you see on the left side is 1 megawatt, India's first 1 megawatt canal top solar power project, which has been put on a Narmada plant. It is best, one of the best one which has been made in India. And this is, in fact, it produces, you all know that it fairly, it gives a net energy. It also works on cloudy, but rainy season doubtful. That is the main drawback. But installation is very, very fast, but easy, expandable, no greenhouse gases, no carbon dioxide. It is very environment friendly, lasts for several tens of years, and it reduces our dependence on fossil fuels. The main drawbacks comes with respect to efficiency. Still, though the theoretical efficiency has been shown up to 30%, people have to improve upon. And because still they are working on it, how to reduce it. The main point which I want to stress upon, whatever power which we get through grids to all our houses are alternating current, what we call as a AC current. But the solar cells produce always a DC current, which is very important that one has to convert DC current to the AC current to a converter. Therefore, these are all some issues one has to talk about. You all know that basically solar cell is important, but solar cell, as you all know that it is a very, very simple device. Once you know the simple semiconductor physics, if you have a p-type semiconductor and n-type semiconductor, and if you shine sunlight, okay, you excite electrons to the higher state, then the holes are produced. Once you join through the circuit, the electrons go from one end to another end to complete the circuit, thereby producing the electricity. But the idea is very simple. But the point is how effectively you are able to absorb the sunlight, you allow them to maximize the efficiency. That is the whole trick of it. So therefore, there are a variety of methods by which the entire generation of solar cells have gone through. You call them as a first generation solar cells. You have the second generation solar cells and third generation solar cells. And fortunately, single crystalline silicon solar cells, single crystalline type, have already for a theoretical efficiency shown up to 30%. But recently, as we see in the last few lectures from our group of talked about dye-sensitive solar cells, perovskite materials-based solar cells, they're all the third generation solar cells. There, the issues that we talked about, the efficiency still they are not able to achieve beyond 20%. This is again quite difficult, and people are working on it. So this is one limitation. And when we talk about the perovskite materials, yes, the energy production is much better, but the stability is an issue. Therefore, people are adding organic, inorganic materials into the perovskite structures in order to stabilize them at high temperatures. So that one can operate these kind of solar cells both at very low temperature to high temperatures, right? That is very important for if you want to see any technology breakthrough. As I told you, it is not the simple P-type and N-type. You need to have a substrate. You need to have how effectively you absorb the sunlight onto the material and you transport across it. These are all the tricks. So therefore, we do planar multi-junction type with IPO and nickel oxide electron transport and the copper oxide, tin oxide, molybdenum as a contact layer. Because we need to form an electrode and these are all being made, and we look at the microstructure, we measure the electrical efficiency, and therefore this is an area which is very important. I know one of the speakers is going to touch about it in the during the course of this international seminar. Then comes the very important topic of fuel cells. Unfortunately, I know speaker is covering on this area. I'll spend slightly more time on this area because this is also a very novel area which assumes a large amount of importance and is a picking up field. Essentially, a fuel cell is a class of device that converts the chemical energy of the fuel directly into electricity by electrochemical reactions. So basically, all are electrochemical methods, but there are electrochemical reactions which are taking place. Essentially, all these fuel cells has three important components. You have an anode, you have an electrolyte, then you have the cathode. Normally, the fuel like hydrogen or methane are being all put onto the anode, and on the other side, that is the cathode side, you put an oxygen like air or oxygen into the system. Therefore, what is happening is oxygen is getting ionized, therefore it's getting transported, and then it combines with hydrogen producing, and the electrons are released. The circuit is closed, therefore we produce electricity. At the same time, we also produce water. This is very important. So that means you get two products. One is electricity, another is water. So therefore, in principle, all the fuel cells also
Hello, sir. Now the voice is breaking, sir. Yes, sir. Now the voice is breaking, sir. Hello. Yes, sir. Now the voice is breaking, sir. Hello, sir. Kamlan, are you there?
Yes. Sir, network is not stable. Sir, hello. No, sir, your network is not stable. No, sir.
Yes.
No. Still not stable.
Right now, getting the slide or no?
Yeah, Kamlan,
Sir.
maybe disconnect and again allow to
No,
share.
reconnect. We cannot do because
Oh.
it's already 300 strength.
Oh, okay.
Kamalan,
Okay, sir.
Sir.
Now it's okay, sir.
now it's okay.
Okay, sir.
A little bit louder, sir, because most of the time it's less noise only.
Is it
Voice is very less.
now?
Now it's okay, sir. You can continue with the loudspeaker.
Okay. Okay. Now it's clear.
Now it's clear,
Yes.
sir.
Okay. Maybe mic I will move little bit away.
Okay.
Yeah. Now I just in the fuel cell is a very important. So based on the type of electrolyte what we use in the fuel cell, people have developed a variety of fuel cell types. One we call a polymer electrolyte fuel cells. Another is an alkaline fuel cell. We have phosphoric acid fuel cells, molten carbonate fuel cells, and solid oxide fuel cells. And if you I will show next slide where these cells are operated at different temperatures. They also show their difference in efficiency. And before going to that, I just want to show the another slide where the efficiency is plotted as a function of the power output. Where I plotted fuel cells in the regular steam, gas turbines, gasoline electric, diesel electric. You just look at it. These are all the things which we have already been using it. Diesel electric, gasoline
बेलुआ खा
electric.
लिया पेट सही हो जाएगा तुम्हारा
आप
सही बता रहे
hello, somebody is cross talking.
Kamlan,
You can you, sir. I closed. Yes.
Yeah. So you have a fuel cell. You just look at it. The fuel cell efficiency is much higher than any of these things what we are using through the gasolines. Already it has shown the application point of view. This is the experimentally available fuel cells, which is already shown up to 60 to 70%. Okay, so this shows the promising approach for the fuel cell utility. And as I told you, there are variety of fuel cells: polymer electrolyte fuel cells, alkaline electrolytes, molten phosphoric acid electrolytes, molten carbonate electrolytes, solid electrolyte fuel cells. And if you look at it, depending upon that, the once you go, the curve shows clearly once you go from polymer electrolyte to molten phosphoric acid electrolyte and the molten carbon, the temperature of operating slowly increases. So you see that solid oxide electrolyte, one has to operate at very high temperatures. The table below shows what is the kind of overall reactions, what is the kind of fuel gases are being used for operating such fuel cells. And just we will go into the efficiency, which I shown on the last column, and the operating temperature I shown just adjacent to that. If you look at it, most of the fuel cells, especially in the last fuel cells like molten carbonate, solid, they're all operating right from 600 degrees Celsius to 1000 degrees Celsius. And the theoretical efficiency, if you look at it, solid oxide fuel cells, for example, shows very close to 90%, 92% next one, MCFC, and direct carbon fuel cells almost 100%. This is a very interesting field where one has to develop. They're all at the R&D level in some cases. Some cases they have gone, they've shown the already in usage. Therefore, people have shown a remarkable advancement in the case the area of fuel applications. But let me spend a few minutes exactly what is SYFC. And this is an area where we have been also working at the Center for Nanoscience and Nanotechnology, which you would have listened to the last talk by Ajit Kumar also. And basically, as I told you, all the fuel cells have three components. Please remember, one is the, as you know, the anode, cathode, and anode through which you pump in the fuel, and through the cathode you pump in the oxidant like oxygen or air, and the electrolyte is a solid oxide electrolyte. That is why it is called solid oxide fuel cells. Okay. Therefore, in the solid oxide fuel cells, the importance is that we should have higher ionic conductivity. Therefore, the electrolyte is playing a major role. And as I told you, the at the anode, you have oxidation of hydrogen. At the cathode, where the oxygen enters, there is a reduction of oxygen. So you get oxygen that combines with hydrogen. You produce electricity and water at the outcome. Therefore, the main point what we should get as a message from the fuel cell is you produce both electricity and water. And very interestingly, it has shown 70% of the efficiency. And today, it has been used in various many forms. And it has shown several advantages like high energy density, low pollution, reduced reduced greenhouse gases, and reduced weight and volume. And the applications are very, very plenty. I have shown several examples, both in consumer electronics, defense field, industrial and specialty applications. Cell phones, laptops, music, all are possible. Communications, computing sensors, unmanned vehicles. And if you come into specialty applications, battery charging stations, handheld data terminals, okay, satellite phones, and surveillance vehicles, and so on and so forth. So this itself shows the variety of applications. The more than that, it gives the modular configuration. But there are very many challenges in SOC, solid oxide fuel cells. As I told you earlier, the main problem is operating temperature is still very, very high, 800 degrees to 1000 degrees Celsius. Second issue is at that temperature, the thermodynamic stability is very, very important. So one has to deal with such things. And the third and most important thing is you have to select the desired electrolytes. The electrolytes should have the electrodes like the anodes and cathodes are very, very important in the selection. They should have an excellent compatibility with the electrolytes. At the same time, the electrodes like the anode and cathode should have higher electronic conductivity and ionic conductivity. Whereas the electrolyte should have excellent ionic conductivity and negligible electronic conductivity. So, but you have to connect it, make like a device. Therefore, all the joining components, everything should have excellent compatibility in terms of the thermal expansion coefficient. Therefore, people were thinking very deeply what to do about it. They were thinking, why not we replace the conventional electrolytes like zirconia by advanced electrolytes, electrode materials with high ionic conductivity. At the same time, it should be able to be operated at intermediate temperatures ranging from 400 to 700 degrees Celsius. So therefore, we try to develop such novel materials in our center. What we try to do is, we have taken gadolinium doped ceria as the electrolyte, and also nickel gadolinium doped ceria as the anode, and lanthanum constituent cobalt ion oxide system, LCF in short form, with doped with a certain amount of GDC as the cathode. This kind of combination we proposed and made ourselves structures which can be operated in reality in intermediate temperatures. So this is all very, very interesting and very important area in the energy conversion and energy conversion technologies, all through electrochemical energy means. Next, I would like to spend a few minutes on the supercapacitor. You know that the normal capacitor, normally it stores the energy, but the supercapacitor, normally the capacitance is named after the English physicist Michael Faraday. 1 Faraday stores 1 coulomb of electric charge, then applying 1 volt. You know about it. And a capacitor is nothing but 2 plates which are all being separated by a small balanced material. But in the case of a supercapacitor, it stores more energy than an ordinary capacitor because it forms a double layer. What you see here is a double layer structure of charge between 2 plates, which are all made up of porous, typically carbon-based materials. So actually, these are all called EDLC type. I will tell you very much more in this slide. Generally, the supercapacitors, as you know that it can store more capacitance. That means it can store more energy than that of a normal capacitor. And it can be classified into two categories majorly. One is called the LP double layer capacitor, another is called the pseudo capacitor, and the graphite carbon-based materials is a well-known example for EDLC type. And the pseudo capacitors are quite different, and they're all mostly redox. They're all undergoing periodically reactions. Therefore, there is an electron charge transfer occurs between the electrode and the electrolytes. These are the two variations. But if you want to realize the best performance in terms of the power density, people are now working towards the electric double layer capacitors. They combine both electric double layer capacitors and pseudo capacitors. They call it a hybrid capacitors. Okay, these hybrid capacitors are very, very promising. They give better performance than the electric double layer capacitors and pseudo capacitors. And for any material scientist, it is also very, very important to understand what materials or what is the criteria for the selection of electrode materials. It's very, very important if you want to synthesize any supercapacitors in the laboratory level. Therefore, we normally look at the multiple oxidation states, superior electrical conductivity, high surface area, chemical stability, electrochemical activity. That's very, very important. And generally, there is a variety of materials reported in the literature. As I told you earlier, we have an EDLC, carbon-based material, and in the supercapacitors, where the charge storage is all done through electrostatistically by Faraday charge transfer mechanisms. Okay. Therefore, in all the cases, mostly metal oxides, metal nitrides, conducting polymers, they're all very, very promising. And in fact, such kind of materials are been found to be showing much better supercapacitance than that of the EDLC type, which are all carbon-based. Why this EDLC also? So mainly because of the surface area volume ratio is fantastic, and you know the carbon material has an excellent electronic conductivity also. And all these factors make EDLC also a very interesting material. Okay. And as I told you earlier, hybrid supercapacitors again further can be classified into asymmetric pseudo EDLC and composite materials and rechargeable battery packs. So all these new ideas are being all now tried at the various levels at our Satyabama Institute of Science and Technology. So if you talk about the metal oxides, there are a variety of metal oxides like copper oxide, nickel oxide, cobalt oxide, manganese oxide, and things. And if you talk about the metal nitrides, we have been working and reported by many researchers too worldwide on the titanium nitride, vanadium nitride, molybdenum nitride, gallium nitride, ruthenium. In fact, ruthenium and the ruthenium family have been showing the very, very excellent supercapacitance. If you see through the literature, unfortunately, the cost of such materials are very high, pure ruthenium. Therefore, people are trying to synthesize oxides and nitrates at very cheaper rates through the PVD methods and the CVD methods. Okay, I will not go into the topic again in details. I will go into the next important area called batteries. Batteries, all you know, the way we say, all the cell phones without a rechargeable battery one cannot use. Most of the people are really aware of the battery. Okay. The main point which we must remember is that it converts chemical energy contained within this active materials directly into electric energy. And what is happening is there is an electrochemical oxidation production reaction which is taking place. And batteries are primarily, you have a primary battery they're all called dry battery. And I have shown in the slide, um, they're all called dry cells because today there are important primary batteries are zinc, carbon, alkaline, and lithium kind of things, and they cannot be normally recharged. That's why they are called batteries. Once life is out, you have to throw away. But the secondary batteries can be recharged, and mostly the well-known batteries are nickel cadmium and the nickel metal hydrides. I've shown some of the examples here, and these batteries are very, very promising. And beyond that, more promising is lithium-ion batteries too. They are being used in laptops, vehicles, and all the small vehicles and batteries and the mobile phones and kind of things. Essentially, it's a rechargeable battery. You know about it. Again, lithium-ion battery, you use lithium as the cathode, and the anode generally is a graphite. And in between these two, you have a suitable electrolyte. Therefore, hello, voice is breaking.
Okay, sir. Now you can continue.
Still, voice is breaking.
Yes, sir. But now it's
A little bit louder, sir.
Okay. Okay, voice is feeble. Okay. Actually, I'm really talking at height, which maybe the stability is not very good.
yes, sir. So now the time is
understand.
11:15, sir.
I will close in one or two slides.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
I will close in 1 or 2 minutes. That's it.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Therefore, in lithium-ion batteries, when the battery is in use, normally the charges all flow to the graphite. When it is not used, it goes in the reverse direction. And but in order to increase the energy density of the batteries, people try to change the combinations with the lithium. They add nickel, manganese, and the cobalt, and they have achieved the highest energy density with the NMC, that is added with the lithium with the nickel, manganese, and the cobalt. It has shown the excellent energy density materials. Similarly, we also play with anode materials and also with the cathode materials. And you know that battery and supercapacitors, and the person supercapacitors is one who does in short time, because charging and discharging is fantastic in the case of the supercapacitors, whereas the battery is, it runs for long hours. But you see the cyclability, very good with respect to ultra capacitors or supercapacitors. Cost also supercapacitors is very good, but energy density wise, batteries far better than the supercapacitors. But in terms of power density, ultra capacitor is very good. Then comes the very important area, I'll skip it, the hydrogen. Hydrogen, the first element of the periodic table. And it can be produced by electrolysis, steam methane reforming, and low temperature, high temperature electrolysis using electrolyzers. And the production, unfortunately, this hydrolysis, water splitting is being going to be talked very seriously in the next slide. I will not go into the topic in detail, but hydrogen storage is still a serious problem. The efficiency is very, very bad. That is why one has to be very, very careful. One has to focus more on hydrogen storage. You can store it both physical based and material based. And I just want to conclude by showing only one quote. This Jules Verne, you just read this quote. He made it in 1874. He said, I believe that water will one day be employed as fuel, but hydrogen and oxygen, which constitute it, used singly or together, will furnish an inexhaustible source of heat and light, of intensity of which coal is not capable. So therefore, one day, most of our vehicles will run only with water, maybe through electrolysis. Okay, so you will see that in the future, vehicles will have solar panel under which will all a combination of solar cells with solid oxide fuel cells and batteries and supercapacitors. No gasolines and other kinds of activities. This is what I want to convey during this emerging technologies in energy production and storage. Therefore, please do listen to the next of the remaining talks. And if you have any queries, already I have taken more time to give us an introduction as a giving a full talk. If any queries are there, please mail, and I will be very happy to answer to all your queries. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir.
So, if the time is not there,
Yes, yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for your nice
okay.
talk about an overview of energy conversion and storage technology and the current energy demand and how to face the issues, etc. I hope all the participants were enjoyed during the talk because it was more informative. As told our sir, we don't have that much time to discuss about the question answer. So we can move to next talk. Maybe it will start very soon. The next session, Dr. Pandi Kumar will give his presentation on photo-functional materials on dye-sensor solar cell and photo-electrochemical water spreading. The participants are requested to wait for a few minutes. Dr. Pandikumar will join for give his presentation. Kamalan?
Sir.
He already joined. His name is Dr. A. Pandikumar. He's in the link. Just allow to.
No, sir, it is not there.
But
You check, sir. He is not there.
okay, please check. Already.
Earlier he came, but now he left, I think.
Oh, okay. Wait. Okay, fine. Just wait a few minutes. Hello, sir.
Hello.
One thing, sir. Okay. Okay. Yes. Okay. Come, sir. Okay, thanks. Kamlan.
Sir.
Okay. Now it's in the link here, Dr. Pandikumar.
Sir, Muruga, sir. Hello, Pandikumar sir. Hello. Hello, sir. Hello. Sir, can you hear me? Hello. Hello. Sir, please check your audio settings in the mute button. Go to audio settings in the screen. Audio mute button. So near to mute button, there is one small hump. You have to click that and go to audio settings. Hello. Hello, sir. Hello. So, thank you for your patience, participants. Please connect after 15 minutes. So we will resume our live streaming after 15 minutes. So I will disconnect this session and then we will reconnect again. Thank you all.